man entered the mythical world. He picked up the wooden stick. It turned into a 1,000-year treasure sword. He has the sword in his hand, so heaven and earth in his hand. You come here. The male actor Ivan is a mage. Frankly speaking, he relies on a magic stick, helping this girl every day with many things. If the girl is cheated by her husband, there is nothing else. He had an affair with another girl, not just one. No, an act of murder. The third girl was burned to death by him. 20 million went to him. Thanks. Not long after, the husband found him. What did you do to my wife? Ivan ran away. This speed of running away is obvious that he often encounters situations like this. As he ran across the pool and slid down the slide, unexpectedly, this slide slipped from a tree. He found himself in another world. Then he met the mysterious Earthman. The Earthman said to Ivan, "This is actually your home. You are the son of hero Adam. You are old but still pretending to be a god and a demon. I was adopted." Ivan picked up the stick and wanted to hit him, but the stick in his hand turned into a tree, and behind him grew a dog's tail. Ivan was bewildered. The Earthman mutters and gives him a ring. "This ring was left to you by your father." After saying that, he was hit by an arrow and turned to ashes. A group of soldiers surrounded Ivan. "Okay, it's because you come yourself." "Ah. See." After that, the soldiers brought Ivan to the palace. The king met Ivan very happily. "I am your father's brother. Come on, queen, arrange a room for him." Then the queen took Ivan to the demon room. "Let me out." Here, Ivan felt his body freeze. Carl tells Ivan that in order to return to his original world, he must find the magic sword that has been lost for thousands of years. Then Carl tells his story. A long time ago there was a witch who wanted to live forever. Every 1,000 years, once the sun and moon meet, he uses magic and magic gems to gain immortality, which the disciples did not know. The disciples killed the old mage, then took the sword and crystal to the top of the mountain, sealed their death in the crystal, and gained an immortal body. This disciple is the ruler of the immortal Dobrania king. The heroes of humanity launched resistance to defeat Dobrania, taking his sword. Ivan's father hid the sword that year. The crystal was also taken by the queen, and Dobrania was locked in a dungeon. Ivan finally believed what the old man told him. Suddenly the witch asked Vasilisa to crush Dobrania's rock, then hit Dobrania's head. Dobrania was saved. The witch took them to the chicken house and brought them into the siege. But unfortunately, Ivan was clumsy. He burned that chicken house. Then they started looking. They had just left. The queen's soldiers had arrived. They want to find the magic sword. They need Vodunoi to help them cross the river of death. The witch takes the water of life to restore the poisoned apple. After eating it, she magically turned into a beautiful and charming woman. Vodunoi was enchanted. Accompanied by a beautiful woman, a lobster crawling on his shoulder was also clawed to death. He followed Ivan and them. "When we find the magic sword, I will marry her. Until then, I will let you live happily." They passed through a vast valley. Because Ivan's phone suddenly rang, alarmed the giants, making them almost get hit. Ivan discovers that the giant monster is female. Dealing with women is his profession. He took out his phone and played a song, successfully catching the giant's attention. Then he and the giant dance and sing. "We sway together. Sway together. Forget all suffering. Sway together." The giant receives the flower. The giant was conquered. Others took the opportunity to run away from here. At last, they reached the river of death. Cannibal fish everywhere. Due to long loose control, these aquatic creatures soon ignored Vodunoi. Vodunoi wanted to go to the river to give orders, almost being eaten by a cannibal fish. "Help me." At this time the queen also arrived. Everyone quickly jumped into the well. Vodunoi, in order to save everyone, sucked the water in the well, so that they could escape from the bottom of the well. But the queen turned him into a stone statue, slowly spitting out the water in the well. They escaped. But he didn't go far when he was caught by the queen. Dobrania and the witch couldn't escape this time either. Only Vasilisa fell off the cliff due to fighting. She took advantage of the soldiers' inattentiveness, transformed into a frog, clinging to the amulet that Ivan gave her, so she escaped. The queen bound Ivan Then they went forward in search of the divine sword. After coming here, they discovered that it was simply a tomb for lone swords. At this time, finding the divine sword is like finding a needle in the bottom of the sea. However, Ivan is the main character, so he found it. I found it. That's it. It's the divine sword. Look. But in less than 3 seconds, the sword was shattered. Turns out he was Dobrina made the decision to break the crystal. The king and Dobrina disappeared at the same time. Finally, the magic on Ivan's father was removed. The queen has fled. The world is at peace again. Ivan and Vasilisa in the mythical world had a happy life. The queen returns to the 21st century. She knocks on Ivan's door. The maid opened the door. The queen called her daughter. The event failed. The maid seemed to know everything. Okay, the movie comes to an end. Follow me, so you don't miss good movies. See you again.